How's your mind? How's your body? And of course, how is your soul? It's how many days to St. Valentine's Day? Yes, I just thought to do a reminder in case some people have forgotten. You know how some people have what we call selective amnesia. They just don't remember certain dates, especially when it has to do with them spending money, going out of their way to show that they love someone. And it is not gender specific. I have to say that in caps. We're all wearing burgundy today. Okay, it's every gender, male gender, female gender. You people that want to have selective amnesia, it is Saturday. Oh, vendor said I should tell you. No, but this thing is not sponsored by any vendor in particular. I just feel the need. It is Saturday. Yes. And whether you're a woman, you don't pretend as if you don't know it's Saturday. If you're a man, don't pretend as if you don't know it is Saturday. And if you say, oh, your religion does not allow you to celebrate Valentine, it's not my own, but shall just know that it is on Saturday. That being said, my name is Denise Dennis Worlu, and I'm so excited to share this space with you, having philosophical, ethical, and thought-provoking discussions. Today, like I will always say, will not be any different. Transitioning from the last conversation you guys had with Judah Omame, we're talking about good neighbors, to the major news bulletin at 12. This time, let's talk about something that we all resonate with. Ethics of work versus the ritual of faith. Imagine it's 7:15 a.m. Your generator just failed. Your work shirt is wrinkled. There was no power. Or your child's school shoe just snapped a sole. You rush to the estate gate or to the street gate, money in hand, ready to pay for a solution, only to find every shop under lock and key. Does that sound familiar? If it does sound familiar, let's do this together. Drop a hi. Yes, it sounds familiar. Just drop it sounds familiar on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. Once again, WhatsApp number 0809 030 6416. Now, I was reading through the post of a friend, and I'll just read out the post real quick. My wife and I have been thinking, we've been having an ongoing conversation about a pattern we keep noticing among petty traders and small. Someone says, oh wait, it sounds familiar. Chiagozie from Abuja. Oh, it happens in Abuja too. Anyway, moving on. We've been having an ongoing conversation about a pattern we keep noticing among petty traders and small businesses in estates and residential areas, especially here in Port Harcourt. For reasons I still struggle to understand, many of these businesses are rarely open early. By 8:30 or even 9 a.m., shops are still locked. And when they finally open, there is often an extra delay, around 10 to 15 minutes set aside for prayer to commit the day into God's hands, to ask that customers come and business thrive. Now, I don't begrudge prayer, but I question the logic. Because if you truly assess the value of time and commitment in business, you will realize that opening early before 8 a.m. would already have put money in the till. There is something powerful about the morning window. People are rushing to work. Parents are getting children ready for school. People suddenly remember that they forgot what they forgot the night before. Groceries, toiletries, food, repairs, essentials. These are impulse needs, but they are real needs and they are time sensitive. And yet, you step out to buy them and nothing is open. Even service providers are missing this completely. Laundry businesses, cobblers, essential services. If my generator fails, my iron stops working, or I have an emergency meeting, I should be able to drop my clothes at a dry cleaner by 7 a.m., pick them up later, and move on with my day. If my shoes have an issue, I should be able to see a cobbler early, get it fixed, and proceed. These are not luxury services. They are functional necessities. A friend of mine from Lagos who works with one of the top TV stations came to Port Harcourt to do a story. After her first night here, she asked me a question that startled me. Is there a curfew in Rivers State that forces businesses to open after 9 a.m.? She was serious. Where she comes from, by 5 a.m., the streets are alive. By 6 a.m., stores are open. By 6:30, people are already making real money before the day even breaks. And she wasn't wrong. I grew up partly in the East, and I remember places like Nsuka, behind Zig's flats, where small food vendors and traders were up early every day. The university was the biggest market in Nsuka, students and staff alike. Thus, vendors understood traffic. They understood timing. They understood that people moving must be served. That is the difference. So when I see traders praying heaven down for customers, growth and breakthrough, yet refusing to show up when customers actually need them, I call it what it is: calculated laziness. My father's words, not mine. If you're going to do business, do it properly. If you're not ready for the discipline it demands, step away. But please stop frustrating people with lateness disguised as spirituality and mediocrity maxed as routine. Opportunity doesn't wait for your comfort, money doesn't respect your excuses, and customers don't owe you patience. Show up early, serve the moment. That too is wisdom. And I have been to Lagos. Lagos no dey sleep. Lagos runs shifts. Whatever you're looking for during the daytime, best believe you will find it at night. Food, medicine. There are times when you have a medical emergency and all that is needed is maybe paracetamol. Somebody say paracetamol. Good. Paracetamol. And you think up, think down, and you just realize that, you don't have it. But you cannot get it anywhere. In Lagos, the streets are humming by 5 a.m. In Nsuka, the market is alive before the sun fully breaks. But here, in the Garden City, I have experienced coming late to work at some point because they're not open early. I don't feel see where to buy breakfasts. We often wait till 9 a.m. So you taking your child to school, you will need to get a few things done before you step out of the house. And even then, we might wait another 20 minutes for morning devotion. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord. I beg, madam, I want to buy something. Madam, I beg, you get this toothpaste. Madam. You go come. I just come now. Ma just pray small. Just wait another 10. This is the day. Just wait another 10, 15 minutes. Ma just pray. You understand? Prayer is the key. Madam, I beg, I dey hurry. Wait, see, the sister they pray. They fear God. So today on the sunny side, we are dissecting a hard truth. Does God respect a prayer that ignores a knocking customer? The fine line between committing the day to God and what someone calls calculated laziness. I mean, why does the hustle feel different in the West versus the South? Is it the environment or the mindset? So if you pray for breakthroughs and customers, but are closed when the customers actually have money to spend, isn't that a spiritual contradiction? Have you ever thought about how many millions of naira are lost in Port Harcourt between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. because essential services are asleep? Is opening at 9 a.m. a standard or just a bad habit we have collectively accepted as a culture? These and many more questions are on my mind. But to you, the listener, you tell me, is our business culture in Port Harcourt built on faith? Or are we just masking a lack of discipline or calculated laziness with a cloak of religion? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Once again, the numbers to call are 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 0306416. Once again, WhatsApp and Telegram number 0809 0306416. I still see you from my three. Say, yo, my Didi, welcome, Didi, my own amnesia of Valentine's Day started since yesterday, and my doctor said I'll recover from it by next week, Friday. So please, in the name of my village people, don't force this remembrance on us. Is it your remembering? Allow the guys to breathe. Stop trying to pass this bill for us, else you'll meet us in court. Go and remember. You have remembered. That's a good thing. You have been cured of that amnesia. You need to repent. And back to the conversation. I used to think it was a civil servant only thing. Yes. For those of us who had to go and do something at any government office or parastatal, there are times when you go there and you know that the official opening time is maybe 8:38, but you end up waiting till like 11 past 11, 12. When the person eventually comes, it's the same thing. They will now go to their desks, now close the door, now bend down their head and be doing something like they will now do that one before they will now sit down. And if it is on a day that they are hungry, there's a very, very, very big food flags they will now bring out on that table. You keep it, bam. Then you start signaling them like, we've been here waiting. They will now look at you like this. Please, I need to eat. Okay, I'm going to be a your head. Can I eat? And then they start eating. And after they start eating, they take one drink, step it down, bam. Then they will now bring out a long register. I used to think that it was just the civil servants thing, until I started noticing the pattern with businesses. Or maybe it's a matter of some areas are busier than other areas. But hey, if you grew up in town, once upon a time, at any point in time, you will see certain things. You will see the person roasting bole from morning till evening. So yes, you can also find bole in the evening. So bole is not just afternoon food. You see the akara? Yes. As in they fry for morning, then they fry for evening. See the person selling rice and beans in the morning, that person will also sell rice and beans in the evening. So they may just take break in the afternoon when the morning food finishes, send their children to go to the market, and then come back to make evening set. Now the evening set will not include soup because people will want to swallow in the evening. All of these things, have they changed? Someone says, Didito, you are shaking table. The leg wants to break. You're going international. Oh. They can hear. Chiagoze send that in. Someone says, Didi, you don't go police station on weekends. They'll tell you to come on Monday. Then the policewoman will start morning devotion. And later, they will ask you for bribe. Anonymous in room OC. So after the morning devotion, they will start the bribe. Let me tell you my experience with the health center. Sometime I went for immunization and I was there early, thinking that they would start early. Everyone that mattered came late. And then when they came, this was the part I found annoying. You came and you saw mothers waiting. You saw newborn babies that, had been brought to the hospital to be immunized. You didn't feel the need to get on with business. You now say all of us should come and join you and sing and pray before you start going to get the vaccines.